What's up everyone, Sean here, and today on the Wii Spot we'll be talking about the updates on the fighting game with Pokemon characters in it by Namco, Pokken Tournament. And this article features a Q&A on Twitter, and the interviewee was Harada himself, who is in charge of the game pretty much, and he answered the questions, so here we go. And this is from Event Hubs, by the way, where I grabbed the article. So one of the questions in the Q&A was, is it true that Tekken characters will be making guest appearances in Pokken Tournament? He simply replied, no, they will not be making an appearance. So kind of unfortunate for those people who want guest characters in the game, but personally I would find it weird that humans would be fighting in a game that's quite dedicated to Pokemon in a fighting game. So besides Super Smash Bros. Anyway. But still, I would just find it strange, and yeah. And along with that, he mentions that there will be a quite a different mechanic when it comes to Pokken Tournament. So you're not going to see the high-low mix-ups that you see in Tekken and Street Fighter per se. And apparently, they're coming up with a new system to kind of replace that, it seems like. So that definitely got me kind of curious about that part. Next question. As it's a fighting game, I'm a little worried that the roster will be full of humanoid-looking Pokemon. I'd rather be surprised with unexpected picks instead. Harada said, that's not a problem at all. Technologically speaking, we shouldn't face any problems implementing whatever Pokemon we want. In terms of the system mechanics, we will be looking at what fans would want, so please rest assured. So apparently this mechanic makes it so that it's universal. So that means even the tiny, cute Pokemon that you see will be making their appearances in the game, probably including Pikachu. I mean, Pikachu is probably, if not the most iconic Pokemon out of all, other than like Charizard and other Pokemon like that, Mewtwo as well. But I would highly expect Pikachu to be in the game, and I think it's pretty cool that they're making it, you know, diverse. So you're not only going to see the more evolved Pokemon like Lucario and Machamp, you're going to see most likely Pokemon like Pikachu, you know, and other Pokemon probably on their who are quadrupedal, you know, like who walk on their fours, like Growlithe and maybe perhaps Ninetales, who knows. So it's pretty cool that they're gonna have a system where it's gonna make it universal and diverse. Next question. Will Harada-san be making an appearance in the game as Harada, the strongest gym leader? And he basically says no, he doesn't make Pokemon fans angry, and he kind of just laughed it off. So yeah, I kind of try to imagine again humans in a fighting game that's supposed to be dedicated to Pokemon. I'd rather have the trainers be in the background, kind of like how it was done in Super Smash Bros. Brawl, where the Pokemon trainer was floating on the platform depending on what stage it was. Yeah, don't really want to see humans at all in a Pokemon fighting game, but that's just me. So next question. Congrats on making Pokken a reality, and thank you for that. Rather than tweet you a request today, I've got a bit query. In Pokken Tournament, it seems like Pokemon trainers do not exist. It's not that I'm requesting for them to make an appearance, but rather I just like to find out if that's the case. And he says, worry not. So again, with the Pokemon trainers, the way he answered that, it's a possibility that they could make an appearance somehow. For me, again, I would rather have them in the background, having them nothing to do with the actual fighting with Pokemon. I definitely don't want them to be assist characters or any kind of character that would help them out in any way. So just again, background characters, please. Last question has nothing to do with Pokemon, but probably these fans would want to know anyway. So you remember to bring out Pokken, but what about Tekken Cross Street Fighter? Harada says, I've said this before, but we're still making it. It's just that it's too difficult to nail down a release timing for it at the moment. So we've changed our strategy for it. So basically, Tekken Cross Street Fighter is still a thing. It's not canceled. Do not worry. Pokken is not the cause for it to be canceled. They're just simply putting their focus on Pokken first. Probably experimenting with a new system mechanic for a fighting game. Kind of glad that that's the case. You know, I kind of want something different now with Tekken and so on and so forth. Again, Pokken Tournament, I'm glad that it's becoming a game of its own, or at least definitely separated from Tekken. You know, rather having it to be most of the gameplay is kind of just like a basic palette per se. I would definitely say it's going to be a 3D fighting game, kind of like Tekken, because they can move. You kind of see them move around a bit, but not really kind of like how Super Smash Bros. / Power Stone was. You notice where when they're fighting, they're still on that same dirt road the entire time. So kind of you know, gives it away that it's not gonna be that kind of game. It's not a brawler or anything like that. It's gonna be a legitimate fighting game. So glad to see that, and that's something I would want for a fighting game featuring Pokemon. When it comes to mechanics that I would want in the game, personally, I think it would be cool to have a guard meter and also a super meter. So that super meter would have them execute, you know, probably more powerful attacks, you know, more powerful versions of their special attacks, kind of like Street Fighter, but also, you know, unleash their own unique moves in that video game. So, you know, instead of heavy moves like Hyper Beam or something like that in the game, but rather having, you know, completely unique moves, you know, but that's just me. So we got some of the questions that we wanted to know answered by Harada, but my big question is that will the types will be incorporated into the system mechanic? Like, I mean, will fire Pokemon have an advantage against the ice Pokemon in that fighting game? I would hope that that would not be the case, because, you know, the matchups would be crazy. Counterpicking would be a huge thing, and that would kind of get annoying. So yeah, I rather have all the Pokemon to be on a much more even playing field, and kind of keep that in the actual Pokemon RPG games that we all know and love, rather than having it in this fighting game. And pretty much I can't think of anything else I would want in a fighting game for now with Pokemon characters. And so we're just gonna have to wait to see what they're gonna do with Pokken, and say whether we like it or not. So gotta wait for now. But that'll be it for the Wii Spot on the update for Pokken Tournament. Thank you guys for listening in and tuning in. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit that thumbs up. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button for more videos like these. And of course, if you have any opinions, thoughts, and comments about Pokken Tournament, whether you agree that it's a completely different game away from Tekken, or did you want it to be like Tekken, leave those comments down in the comment section, and I'll be glad to read them. And that'll be it for the Wii Spot. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Sean out.